Hi everyone, it's a new episode of Salacious Crumbs. I'm McKenna Riley, and this is the Star Wars news you're looking for. Episode 21. Hey, does that mean we can go get a drink? Guys? A drink? The Force Awakens continues to break box office records this week, surpassing James Cameron's Avatar for the all-time top-grossing movie in the United States. And it's officially the biggest movie of all time in the UK and Ireland as well, beating out James Bond. Globally, the film has earned $1.591 billion as of Thursday night. That's $770.4 million in the domestic box office and $821.3 million in the international numbers, now making it number 10 in that particular category. Right now, it's number 4 behind Jurassic World, Titanic, and Avatar for the global box office record, and is just now opening in China, the second largest movie-going market in the world. Social media is full of people announcing their third, even fourth trips to see the movie. But still, not everyone is a fan. James Delingpole at Breitbart London says that the new Star Wars, quote, may be the worst thing ever to have happened in the history of cinema, end quote. He goes on to say that Rey is unbelievably talented at everything she does because she's a girl. Finn is a token. Phasma is a wasted character. The screenplay maintains its fidelity to the quality of the originals, bad dialogue and all, and that the critics have been extravagantly kind in their reviews. Those are some harsh words, Mr. Delingpole. Are you willing to back them up with more than just a pie plate?
Wait, cut!
But now that the shine has worn off a bit, is this movie as good as we all thought it was coming out of the gate? Could any of those deleted scenes made it any better or worse? You know about the deleted scenes, right? Check the link, there are quite a few. We have our own thoughts and musings about The Force Awakens on the latest episode of the Echo Chamber podcast, which you can find through the link in the show notes. Don't forget to subscribe to Sci-Fi For Me Radio while you're at it. Speaking of bad dialogue, Hayden Christensen, much maligned for his performance in the prequels, basically retired for a bit in 2005. He bought a farmland in Canada and pretty much went away for a while. But now he's back and he's promoting his new project. It's a faith-based picture called 90 Minutes in Heaven. He tells the Los Angeles Times that his sudden fame after Star Wars felt like it had been handed to him and that he hadn't really earned it. Although he considers himself lucky to have been part of the franchise, he does admit it was a little overwhelming at the time. He's now 34, ready to get his career going again. Many comparisons have been made between Anakin and Kylo Ren. But to really appreciate this new Star Wars villain, you should totally check out his tweets on Twitter, Emo Kylo Ren. It's a parody account that skewers the character, making him out to be a privileged, moody, underappreciated underachiever with a temper tantrum. But he's just like misunderstood, like his grandfather. You know, before he slaughtered the younglings. You know, Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost almost came back for The Force Awakens. Well, yeah, there's that theory floating around that Snoke hologram was actually Anakin's dark side Force Ghost, but there are so many problems with that theory, I don't even know where to start. Anyway, now some fans would like to see George Lucas come back to direct Episode 9. Yuri Luiz, a fan in Sao Paulo, Brazil, has posted a petition on change.org saying it would be a fitting way to end the new trilogy, with Lucas getting a chance to say farewell to the franchise. What do you think? Should George Lucas come back to direct one more Star Wars film, or should he just, stay at home and count his money? Fan outcry over The Force Awakens Monopoly game, which only has 4 player pieces instead of the usual 8, and those 4 are Kylo Ren, Finn, Luke, and Darth Vader. Conspicuously did not include Rey, who's arguably the lead character in the film. Now, the game was released back in September, and Hasbro says they didn't include Rey because of the potential spoilers. Consider that every one of the characters represented has a lightsaber. Finn we saw in the trailers, but if the game had included Rey with the lightsaber, that would have given it away. At least according to Hasbro. New editions of the game will include Rey with her staff, not a lightsaber, along with BB-8. See, you can make a difference. Don't you love it when fans do awesome things? How's this for awesome thing number 2? A Calvin and Hobbes mashup with The Force Awakens, art by Brian Kessinger. He's on Marvel's Groot ongoing comic book series. He posted these and more over on Instagram. We will, of course, have the link in the show notes. Awesome thing number 3, the detail on these cross sections. It's a new book by Jason Fry, art by Kemp Remillard, hardcover, 48 pages, Star Wars The Force Awakens Incredible Cross Sections is the title. Features backstory, in-depth descriptions, and details on the technology used in the new movie. Now available for my birthday. And awesome thing number 4, U.S. Marine Sergeant Matthew Callahan has created a photo essay using Star Wars action figures to portray intense combat scenes. Callahan told Business Insider that his experience as an infantryman in Afghanistan gives him a unique perspective that he brought to his study of photography. He's currently at Syracuse University studying photojournalism, making the transition from combat infantry to combat correspondent after a broken leg sent him stateside to recover. The essay is called Galactic Warfighters, and there's a series of images on Callahan's Instagram account. Look for the link in the notes. And you can look at them while you're eating off of these cool Star Wars themed dinnerware. Tatooine, the Death Star, Cloud City, and Hoth all featured. Those are from ThinkGeek. The Star Wars theme is about to hit the Disney parks. Existing parts of Disneyland closing January 10th to make way for the new attractions, which will be unprecedented, so says John Snoddy. He's the Vice President of Disney Imagineering, and he talked a little about the new attractions Thursday at the Consumer Electronics Showcase. The involvement of Industrial Light and Magic is making a difference in how they craft the new rides and attractions. And while we don't have very many details yet, one of them will likely include the Millennium Falcon, while another one is a boat ride of some sort. Think Pirates of the Caribbean, only in Star Wars.
But why is the rum gone?
Electronic Arts has released a new trailer for the next installment of Star Wars The Old Republic Knights of the Fallen Empire game, Anarchy in Paradise. It's the 10th chapter of the expansion, but it's the first of 7 parts in a new story. It introduces a new ally, a mercenary named Firebrand. That's out February 11th. And the 8th chapter of the Star Wars saga is out May 26, 2017. Den of Geek has a pretty comprehensive list of everything we know so far, for those of us who want to know, that is. Star Wars is also the latest film added to the sensory-friendly films program at AMC Theaters. These are screenings done in partnership with the Autism Society, adjusted to be more accessible for families with special needs in their group. The lights are on, the sound is down, guests can stand up and move around. The screenings take place on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday and Saturday of each month. And to find a participating theater near you, just click on the link in the notes. And finally, our condolences to the family of actor Jason Wingreen, who was the first on-screen voice of Boba Fett. Not credited with the role, and he told the Classic TV blog in 2010 he doesn't get a single penny for it and he has no love for George Lucas. Wingreen will be best remembered for his role as Harry the bartender in All in the Family and Archie Bunker's Place, but he also appeared in The Twilight Zone and Star Trek. He made the rounds in guest roles on all the top TV shows in the 70s and 80s, as well as several shows on Broadway. He was 95. That's it for this week. Don't forget, you can call our hotline and leave a message there. Maybe we'll include it in our show here. Check out Sci-Fi For Me Radio, now on podcast.com. You can subscribe through iTunes or your player of choice. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. We're also on social media. And if you'd like to send more than just moral support, we do have a campaign on Patreon. And for all the latest news, check out sci-fi4me.com.